What's usually the most telling day of the rally. Today the teams covered 252 kilometres in 12 special stages. The pressure's really on Sainz. Over today's hard stages, his initial 19-second lead would have given him little comfort. Kankunen had the advantage. Behind him his teammate Oriol, two Lancias to apply the pressure to one Toyota. Although Alain's unlikely to take the overall lead, at times he's as quick as the top three. In fifth position, Dunkerton poses little threat to the top drivers, but he's got his own worries. Next in the running order should have been the Mazda of Millen, but he blew his turbo earlier this morning, dropping almost 5 minutes. In the past, this stage has not been good for Brian Stokes. Last year, he withdrew through the Moto, so he's got to be nervous. At the front of the field, the battle was joined. Sainz inched ahead of the pack by seconds. Although they may seem unspectacular at times, our radar speed gun shows just how fast these cars can be. Over a minute behind, Oriol remained a threat. If he could win stages from Sainz in the Moto, Lancia could force Toyota onto the back foot. In Lancia's strategy, Oriol plays the hare, taking stages, while Kankunen plays it safe to retain his overall threat. After running out of fuel yesterday and finishing in 48th place, Carlson's back in the race. He's still way down the field, but in the interests of safety, the stewards moved him up the running order. Millen was now Mazda's best hope, but his crew replaced the turbo after stage 12, and now he's blown it again. He was forced to withdraw on this leg last year after doing exactly the same thing.
Two of them. Feels okay now?
This stage is the first of three, collectively called the Moto, where the competitors are on their own. The 83-kilometre course runs high into the hills across the back of East Cape. Sainz won't see his backup crew until the end of stage 17. Kankunen plays it safe, 10k slower here than the Spaniard. Oriol nearly matches Sainz's pace. He went on to take 8 seconds off Sainz to win this stage handsomely. The Moto stages traditionally trim and sort the field in the Rothmans more than any of the others. Despite his virtually hopeless overall position, Carlson didn't relax and came in 6th fastest on the stage. Sainz is driving virtually the same car he drove to victory in the Rothmans International Rally of New Zealand last year. He's got 500 tyres to choose from. No wonder he got confused yesterday, and a huge support crew. Toyota have a big investment in his success. The Lancias have got an even bigger support crew than Sainz, though they've got to service 2 cars. Oriol took another 4 seconds off the Spanish bull on this stage. The legacies of Bourne and Alain encountered shipping delays, but not as bad as the Japanese teams. They had all of 2 days to prepare them. With Bourne out, Marco Alain did Subaru proud today on the less twisty stages suited to these heavy, grunty cars. The Toyota sustained minor body damage front and rear. Oriol suffered badly worn front tyres, costing him 16 seconds, everything he gained on Sainz from the previous Moto stages.
Are you happy with the gap back to Juha?
I would like to have more gap, but I'm happy.
Moto, did you give it maximum attack?
Well, I have in the first 2 Moto in problem, you know, our engine is too tight and our turbo is not well. But last stage are coming quite well, you know, not big difference. But you know, first free car is going very well. I'm really coming flat out, but I pay all the time. No chance, I give you.
No more. The dreaded Moto done with, and they're certainly spreading out, with almost 9 minutes down to Dunkerton at 5th, but it's still tight at the top. A short publicity stage through the park in Gisborne drew a good crowd, but made little difference to the results. The Group N competition really came alive today when runaway leader Tommy Markkinen dropped out on stage 14. The lead changed 3 times in 3 stages and it remained tight for the top 3. One of the Japanese boat people, Yoshio Fujimoto, led Group N on stage 15, but after a puncture dropped to 3rd. Current Australian rally champion Ed Ordinsky was 4th, but he was 3 minutes 34 seconds back from the top after changing a tyre in the Moto. The pressure was relentless. The winning margin had been measured in seconds, and this time the seconds went to Kakkonen. And Sain still had to worry about Oriol, only a minute or so behind him. Marco Allen remained on overtime with the Legacy, but continued to drop time to the leaders. Starting the day, first New Zealander Brian Stokes survived the Moto but dropped time to Allport, and now he's 2nd in the New Zealand Stakes. It was on this stage last year that Allport entered his rally on his roof. Disaster comes in 3s, and on this stage Millen blew his 3rd turbo for the day. Every year, the overseas drivers go home raving about the New Zealand roads. These stages are made for rally driving. Kakkonen didn't let up. He took back 3 seconds on this stage to keep the Spaniard in a Lancia vice. With the rest of the North Island storm-lashed, the rallies come up very lucky today. Marco Allen in his office, working overtime. Carlson recovered a massive 24 places today, from 48th to 22nd, with some superb driving. After one more stage, the field headed into a Potiki for a welcome break before the last 2 stages and home to Rotorua. Tonight, the points board looks like the one at the regroup at Gisborne. There's nothing in it.